Let's talk about ways to look for topics, ways to research subjects for the research essay. And I want to just do a little bit. I'm not real big on tutorial videos, but let's see how we do. So you can go to current students from starkstate.edu. And then over here, you will see digital library. You can also just go to Google and type in Stark State digital library, and it'll take you right to this page. Okay, you with me so far? I never know if I'm going too fast or too slow. You all sort of are more technologically advanced than I am in some ways, and I'm worried about striking that proper balance. So here we are at the digital library. You can always request an appointment with the librarian. It can also be an online. But let's see. So here's all the different databases and resources. So if you are if you're planning on being, a nursing student in the near future, if you're already, down that path, you may want to check out the, the nursing databases. Same with you if you're going to be someone who wants to get into film production, go to film and television, sociology. You see what I'm doing here. I can only speak, of course, to English, so I'm going to take you to the English, and you can know, it's English because there's a dumb little Shakespeare there. So what we're dealing with here are a couple of different sort of databases, massive amounts of resources for you. I am sitting in my office, I'm on campus, so I can do the on-campus database access. You all need to go, if you're not on Stark's campus, or even if you're at a satellite, you need to do the off-campus access. So I'm just jumping over that step. You click on any of these, and you're going to be asked to choose your school, which I believe Stark State used to be with Kent Stark. Main campus, you click submit. And then it's going to ask you for your username and password right here. Just like you log into Angel, anything else, you just log in right there. I'm not going to do that anymore, but that's how you get your off-campus database. So make sure you are down here in this area that is now orange and red, which it wasn't a couple of weeks ago. How interesting for you. Okay, my favorite is right here, Academic Search Complete. The biggest, most expensive database that we have. It's owned by this massive company called EBSCOhost, you could probably do all of your research right here. And hopefully this site looks familiar to you from last semester from College Comp. You can, of course, narrow down your search. You can do applied words, references available. My only strong suggestion is to do full text, just so you don't have to do too much chasing down. Much like last semester, I don't want the finding of the sources to be the hard part of this assignment. I want what you do with those sources to be the hard part. So, I don't know. Let's type in obesity. And then, so there's one section there. You have another field here, technology. Let's see if we can find any overlapping between obesity and technology and have them be immediately available sources. How cool is this? Let's see. Maternal obesity management using mobile technology feasibility study to evaluated text messaging based complex intervention during pregnancy. Okay, that sounds interesting, I guess. Using outpatient rehab mobile technologies. Let's see. Interventions running. Okay, so UK adolescents. Relationships with quantity and type of technology, sleep duration, academic quality, performance. So that sounds right up our alley, right? If you want to make some sort of investigation into, is technology making us more obese, making us fat? Well, you can, or making this even dumb. You can see that here. The complexity of obesity. So let's see. This is from Pediatric Obesity. Interesting enough. You can read that the abstract is here, but more importantly, you can see that the PDF full text is right here. So you can skim it. It doesn't seem to be too long. Yeah, not too long. You can skim the entire article. You can, read the summary, of course, to see if it's going to be at all useful to you. And if you like it, you can email it to yourself over here. You can create a folder. If you're signed into EBSCO like you will be, you can create a folder. You can just copy the link and have it, send it to yourself. You can export it in a number of different ways. And if you're a dinosaur, you can print it. How nice for you. So you have all these different options of collecting the stuff that you like. You also have, did I get out of it? Whoops. All right. Let me pause here and get right back. Okay, I've made my way back to the tab that I just closed out because I'm an idiot. So if you if you think this is an interesting article, you can of course use it. But what you can also do is look at the subject terms. That's always been a favorite of mine. I always found the research process was a little easier when I had a good subject term to use. So let's say you're a researcher, your interests are taking you down the more psychological aspects of obesity, which I think is a fascinating and narrow way to couch that argument, because I think obesity is a very large subject without without proper narrowing, and so anytime you can be a little more specific, the better. So, body mass index and depressive symptoms in middle-aged and older adults. So, are people with, who suffer from obesity, do they also suffer from depression? Right? That's a fascinating question. I don't know. I don't know the answer. I would have to read up and get smart. So, EBSCOhost, by which I mean Academic Search Complete, very useful. Literary Research Reference Center, pardon me, we're going to skip right over. Another one that I like here is the Opposing Viewpoints Resource Center. I want to show you where I clicked. Maybe I did that too quickly. Okay. So you can always just browse issues here. You can see that everything's a little more, I don't know. You can tell it's more visually engaging than EBSCOhost, and you get what you get in return for that. For the more interesting user face, I think, is a slightly less comprehensive database. But let's see. Let's go to, you just look at online. So if again, I bet there's a technology issue down here that you can click on. Let me see. Technology and education, technology and society. Okay, those aren't bad places to start. But there's also going to be a huge list of online stuff. Okay, online ed, online ethics, online gambling, online music trading, pornography, organ transplantation is not one of them. So you can see that it's not just, you can go to technology, but you can also see like cloud computing has one, right? Cloning is a technology issue. So if you're really, really, really stuck, I suggest just kind of starting to click around on these different topics and seeing if any of them jump out at you. I don't know, what sounds interesting. Let's just do I'm kind of curious, to be honest, about technology and society, so let's see what that one looks like. Okay, so look at that. Look, it's a bendable camera at 2016 CES. So interesting stuff. Okay, robotic technology is a critical component of 21st century warfare. I would not even thought about technology and drones. I guess that drones are used domestically for Amazon uses drones, and certainly drone enthusiasts enjoy them. So you have viewpoints as well. You have academic journals. You have straight to stats, gender and age analysis of social networking users. So many students end up writing about issues like social media and school. So if you can find just straight stats, let's click on it. Let's see where it goes. Okay, I'm tilting my head. I bet maybe you are too. Okay, so you can see that's just raw. That's your raw data. Can I come back from here? My screencasting software is right over the back button. Oh no, there we go. All right. Audio. So podcasts and radio shows. Magazine, 177 magazine articles. Why crime is falling so fast. How social media obsession, smartphone addiction, and even violent video games have made the world a surprisingly safe place. Well, that is an interesting sounding argument. All right, you can listen to the article, but you can see that it's all sort of housed within the Opposing Viewpoints website, which I think is good. I think that makes it easier. If you're clicking around too much, then you start dealing with ads and related content, and things can get kind of weird from there. Although you can, of course, find the URL. I'm sure if you just Googled the title of this article, it would pop up. But here's a citation information. Boy, so if you're MLA, it's already done. How nice is that? There may be other websites that can help you with that, with citations as well. Oh, yeah, citation tools, right? APA, MLA, there it is. They kind of move stuff around from time to time on here, and I'm not always as up to date. Okay, so this is a really interesting article. I'm going to leave this one. I'm going to see if I can post that to our Rough Draft Topics page. And then we have news.google.com. These are kind of the three places that I would look if I were you for sources. You could type in any old thing you want. And make sure, you don't have to make sure you spell it correctly, but because of predictive typing, nobody has to know how to spell anything. Air pollution increases risk for obesity and diabetes. So, think about that. The air that we breathe is related to the obesity epidemic that this country's dealing with. Couples' lifestyle choices impact obesity risk. So if you it depends on the lifestyle. Once you all get a little further down in your lives and live with another person, you learn something about your habits. And if you have two people that have bad habits that live together, those things tend to make you more vulnerable, make you more at risk. Or so it seems to me. So you also have over here on the left-hand side, so you can type in anything up here in the search box to put a pin on that point. But you can also click on technology and iPhone, Samsung Galaxy. So different, the different tech companies, tech issues that are on, that are sort of on journalists' minds right now. So of course, this Apple versus FBI, sort of freedom versus security. It really puts a huge twist on that idea. It makes everybody sort of decide, well, what's more important, my freedom or my feeling of safety. So I would love to read essays on that topic. If anyone wants to jump in on that, go right ahead. You can see that the editors have picks, different articles. These will, of course, look different by the time you go to there because the world turns over so quickly now. Let's see. So low-cost phones. They say that if everybody had access to the internet, if everybody had access to a phone, where there are phones and where there's internet, there just tends to be more better. Quality of life, longer life expectancy, all those sorts of markers or metrics that tell us how healthy a place is. And so you want to write about something like that, completely fine too. Anyway, I'll trust that you'll be able to find sources as well if you find them in other places. If you want to run them past me, you want to send me a link or email me a question, is this a good source or not? I'm happy to kind of give you the thumbs up or the thumbs down. Sometimes it's not that simple, but honestly, most of the time it is, and you should know what you're looking for when it comes to a quality source anyway by now. Make sure that you have an author, all the stuff that you learn in College Comp. I really love teaching this assignment because we can dig much deeper into like the rhetoric and the ideas that are embedded in your writing, more so than just having to teach once again what makes a quality source. I just expect that stuff now. So when you go to any database, when you go to any of these databases. CQ Researcher isn't bad. It's kind of like it's like a diet version of the opposing viewpoints. It's just not as tricked out. But when you go to these databases, you don't have to worry about, are my sources credible? It's when you kind of wander onto the internet that questions can arise and often do. So like I said, if you ever want to double check stuff with me, feel free to. I'd be happy to point you in a good direction. And again, once I know your topic, if I come across something in my own, I will happily email you if I read this might be helpful to so-and-so's topic. You can expect to get those from me as well. I really like clever topics. I love creative topics for this essay, and I hope that you all will take me up on that. All right, thanks.